Away kits are always exciting. That's no different for Southampton. So I decided to rank every single away kit we've had since 1992. Now, I did the same video for the home kits a couple of days ago, but for away kits, you've got the potential to be really unique because you don't have the restrictions of the home kit having to be in a traditional style. So with that being said, let's get on to the first kit. 28. This is from 2019-20, and just like the home kit, it is right at the bottom. The sponsor is terrible. It's got the bit at the top again that just looks completely out of place. The colours are absolutely dreadful. I'm not even sure how they can make a worse kit than this. 27th, and this one is from 2020 to 21. Just like the other one, it's got the terrible sponsor, but it is slightly better designs. I like the navy blue and the yellow. It's just got a terrible sponsor that lets it down. 26th. The design that they tried to do for this kit is just not great. The spiky things at the top don't even work. They just look wrong, and that's why this is down here. There's nothing else to say about it, really. 25th. This shirt is really boring, but there's a couple of things wrong with it as well, which just makes it even worse. Blue on the sleeves is interrupted by the collar, and I think it looks wrong. And also the sponsor Virgin Media is red. The Saints logo is red, but the Under Armour badge is black, and there's no black anywhere else on the kit, so it just looks stupid. 24th. This shirt is brandless, but I think it looks really wrong because the brand should be there and it isn't, and it just makes it look so weird. It's a pretty standard away kit, navy blue, a little bit of yellow in there, but it's really nothing special. 23rd. This shirt isn't too bad, but it sort of falls into the category where it should be a training shirt or a goalie shirt rather than an away shirt. Black with some grey bits and red bits, but it's just nothing really that exciting. 22nd. Now this kit doesn't look that good because of what's going on in the colour. I feel like it's too spiky and in the diagonal is echoed in the black, but at least they tried something. I think AAP is a good sponsor as well, which is why it gets slightly higher up. Black and white's a good combination, but I think the design just doesn't look that great. 21st is this one. It has an unusual colour. It's a Flybe one. It's got these weird, wavy red and white lines. But I just don't really like the colour that much. It just looks like too much of a training shirt. For that reason, it's the 21st. 20th, the Dimplex away kit. Now, I really like the home kit for this, but I think the away kit is far less well balanced. First of all, there's a white outline on one of the blue little things, but not on all of them, which just makes it look out of place. Secondly, the sponsor is in a box that is completely the wrong colours. And thirdly, the actual colours of the shirt just don't look right. The dark blue and the light blue don't blend that well together. 19th. Another retro one and another one that just doesn't look overall that good. I realise this is one of the most iconic away kits we've ever had, but it just isn't that good looking back. Biggest problem with this kit for me is the pony logo, because it doesn't go well with the blue and the yellow. But also the black pinstripes are too far away from the blue stripes, and I think the general colour combination doesn't work that well either. It just overall looks a mess, and while it does have some redeeming features, I like how the Southampton badge is in a crest. Overall, it just doesn't look too great. 18th is this yellow one. It's got some blue thin lines around it. A lot of kits were like this in the mid-2000s, and it's not really anything special. 17. Our classic away kit colours are yellow and blue, but I don't think those actually work too well together. This sort of falls victim to that. It's not a bad design, but I feel like the colours let it down. 16th is this white one with red pinstripes. It looks pretty nice and it's a pretty simple kit, but it looks a little bit too much like a home kit would. They really could have been more inventive in the away kit, but it's not bad, and since all the ones below it have been kind of bad, this takes 16th place. 15th. As you can see, this is a black away kit, and I think black away kits do look quite good. This one has some yellow and some red lines around the place. Well, I think the yellow ones on the sleeves look a bit out of place. The sponsor has a white outline, which doesn't look too good. This kit is still right, and that's why it gets 50th place. 14th is this yellow one here. Now, it's relatively simple, but it's got a little bit of blue on the collar, blue in the Umbro logo, and some red and white little things on the inside of the collar that sort of represent the inside of the stadium. If you've been there, you'll know what I mean. It's very simple, but it's not bad, so it gets 14th place. 13th is this black one here. Now, as I said, black away kits tend to look better than other colours, and this one, very simple, red on the collar, not really much else going on, mid-table, 13th. 12th. Now, this blue one is one that I find very interesting. If you imagine it on someone, on a player, you think it looks really cool and retro. But with that being said, it does look kind of outdated, and a flamey pattern just looks a little bit too over the top. However, it's an away kit, you can do something with that, so it gets 12th. 11th. So while that 12th place kit is something that I probably wouldn't myself wear, this one kind of is. It's simple, black, dark blue stripes. I like the colours, but there's not really much else to say here. So it needs something a little bit more to get into the top 10, so it's 11th. 10th. This is another yellow and blue one. Now, what I quite like about this is the blue on the sleeves and the collar do look quite neat, but there's this thin blue line that separates the sleeves from the front of the kit. I'm not a too big fan of that. I think it doesn't really ruin the whole kit. It looks okay. So 10th place. There's this other yellow and blue kit. Now this one is slightly more interesting because it does a bit more. This one's got blue on the sides and on the sleeves, and it's got these lines in the collar, which I think is something interesting. It adds something extra. But overall, this kit's not too bad. I have to say the standards of away kit so far haven't been that good, but now we're getting into the decent ones. 8th is this Flybe one. It screams 2000s kits, and I quite like it. The red on the right is separated from the black on the left. Little white stripe does well to separate them and goes onto the collar, and it looks quite cool. It has the Southampton badge and a crest, which I've said already I like. So this one's pretty good. 7th is this other black and red one, which I think looks slightly better. Red with the white stripe border is now placed on both sides, not just one side. But also it features some good looking red and white on the collar and on the cuffs, which I appreciate. 6th is this season's away. It's pretty bold. White, but it's a sort of faded white, and then the blue as the secondary colour is very interesting. This is actually a reference to a kit from 1989. Overall, I don't mind it, but it could have done a little bit more, and it's very basic. I think the light blue doesn't stand out very well on the very pale base. 4th is the one from 2022 to 23. Let's be honest, you can't mark this down for lack of effort. When you look at it in a picture, it looks great, but when you imagine actually wearing it, it's not so good. The wave patterns have a meaning to the city, which I like, and overall, they've put in the effort, and it doesn't look too bad. 3rd is this yellow one from 2021 to 2022. This is the best yellow and blue kit we've ever had. The blue on the sleeves and the yellow on the base are perfectly coloured. It does have that sportsbet.io logo, which I don't like, but as you go down the kit, you also see these flames on the yellow, which makes it a little bit more interesting. 2nd is this green movie away shirt. It's a nice simple dark blue stripe from top right to bottom left. I think the colours work very well together. I had this one as a kid, and I always thought it was amazing that they were able to make these two colours work so well together. So 2nd place. 1st place. It had to be this white one. It is by far the best looking kit. Most of the other away kits were average at best, and I could easily find problems with them, but with this one I can't. I love the white colour with the blue on the sleeves and the red. It all works so well together. Sanderson is a great sponsor. I love how our badge is in a red circle. Pretty much everything about this looks nice and balanced, and it is a great retro shirt. So it's undoubtedly the best away kit Southampton have ever had. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave your number 1 in the comments, and I'll see you later.